Hey, welcome to Ice Age welcome to Ice Age TV 2. The goals of the day. What's the goals of the day in the nice Toyota 4Runner? Here's something. Wow, this thing has 32,413 miles. I thought this thing had like 20,000 miles on it. Yikes! And it's actually, I haven't seen any snow in this area in a while. So what the heck is the Iceman doing? Usual routine. I'm gonna go evaluate the local dealer here. Has a really nice Grand Cherokee L with the V8 motor, and it's apparently the reserve edition. So yeah, I think it's way too much money for what I'm trying to budget my deal on. But another part of me says that if I go to the dealership with this vehicle, with the Grand Cherokee L down at the other store that I looked at yesterday, and I roll up and I just cut to the chase of what's the bottom line I'll do the deal with, I think the deal will probably come pretty close to getting done. But at the same time, this 4Runner is such a nice vehicle. It really is just a good, great vehicle. I mean, part of me is just kind of like, is it really worth it? And yeah, I mean, I'd have to honestly say that no, it's not. You know, it's a better decision. Even though it'd be nice to put my wife in more of a conventional, really nice car. My wife, for the most part, most of the years we've been married, she's always had a really nice, luxurious style vehicle. And that Mustang Mach-E that I bought, or the GT, I really thought that could kind of replace it. But it's the electrical recharging it that just always concerns her. And the other thing is now, it's a performance summer, tire package of that vehicle. So you're not going to be driving daylight. They don't recommend that you drive those cars below 40-degree weather. So you're, all around year season vehicle like this is. Like today, if she had driven this to work and some snow or were to come in, this thing would be fine to get her back home. The Mach-E, there's no way. Those summer performance tires, they turn into plastic, and there's no way you're going to go drive that vehicle. Yeah, ask me how I know. I've owned these type of vehicles, and I've witnessed what happens. So yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to run up to my local dealer. I'm going to check out the GM there, the owner's son-in-law who manages the dealership. I'm going to go by and see him. He's driving this really nice Grand Cherokee L. And I'm going to drive the V8 version, just kind of see how it is. And of course, they're going to try to finagle me, I'm sure, to do something. But I don't know. I just am not. I got a little time here that I can escape out of my office this morning before the snow's really set in. I figured I better jump on and go kind of do it right now. So follow me along for the V8 Grand Cherokee L review. That's what I'll do. I'll drive that. I think as long as I get up there before the roads get, anything. So I think I still have time to kind of take it up the road and kind of run it and see how she performs and blah, 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 and kind of go from there. I know if one thing for sure, my wife for sure would be like, oh man, I really like that 4Runner, and why didn't you trade something else for it? I mean, that's debatable. That's all, but at the same time, I don't know. Just for me, I just kind of navigate my way as I figure what out makes sense and doesn't make sense. That's kind of where I am right now. And once again, it's more about my wife. My wife's right now doing a lot of traveling from our home to Tennessee to see her mother a lot. A lot more than in any time in our life. And so she really does do a lot of over-the-road driving. So I'm just on kind of the page. She really does need something, I think, a little bit more accommodating for that. And there's nothing wrong with the 4Runner, but it just doesn't have the technology in it. It doesn't have the LED lights. You can upgrade things, but it just doesn't have a lot of the comfort features. And that Grand L, she just loves those massaging seats. I love those. I'll just buy it for myself. Just cut to the chase, right? Forget it. I'll just buy it for me. I'll just say it's for me, right? Self-centered son of a bee, right? Yeah, I hear you. One reason to watch my goals video, it's kind of interesting. My morning conversations, it definitely has, they seem to kind of be getting a little bit more viewers, which that's kind of cool. And, for me, there's a very fine line of me making videos before you start attracting the bots. You attract the opposites. For me, I'm not making a YouTube channel to create arguments with people. That's not my channel. Channel is to express ideas and views. And hey, if you're on the side that electric vehicles are going to solve the world's problems, and you love the idea of depleting the petroleum reserves, and you love the idea of this country becoming less self-sufficient, then that's your own views and ideas, and I'm not really going to be the person to get there and get in a main argument with you to try to change your views and ideas. So if anybody's following my channel and think that I'm going to go down that path of creating debates, I'm not going to do it. I mean, I'll ignore anybody that's doing that because there's just nothing gets accomplished from it, because we just have the opposites. That's fine. Watch the opposite channel. Watch the YouTube channel, the person that's promoting that the EV vehicles are the greatest thing in the world, and getting rid of the fossil fuels is the greatest thing in the world, the depleting the military strengths is the greatest thing in the world, by having people convert to be one of everything is the greatest thing in the world. The list goes on and on and on. I just did know who I am. But go to those channels, because that's more of the entertainment and content you want to read and hear. I should say hear more than read, right? But anyways, just get that clear. What's going on is the fire engine trucks. Is there a major accident up here? Has it already happened? Kind of hard to tell, but no, it looks like they're moving. And it's just one of those days where you get a surprise storm. That happens every now and then up here. Is you'll just have a surprise storm where you don't think there's going to be much of anything that happens. Then all of a sudden, Shazam, and you're stuck in the road. Something's going on up the road. I just came down the road, so I would think it'd be more about in a development community. I don't think it's anything going on the main road here, but who knows? I didn't see anything. Anybody else see anything? Nope. They just turned. They're actually going to that mental health facility care place. Yikes, right? Yikes. All right, follow up the Grand Cherokee L V8 with it's the Reserve Edition, but I'll be really surprised if there's no tow package. If that had a tow package, I think it'd be pretty cool. That'd be just another tool of my collection of vehicles to use to tow things. And here's the thing: if I go this direction, does it kind of then just eliminate the Expedition? No, it doesn't, because it's just a whole different equation of what I got going on. So that still is open. Once again, do I go that path? I don't know. I'm still mulling that over. Decisions on my constant adventures of evaluating vehicles. For me, the Grand Cherokee L is more exciting because it's a whole different new redesigned vehicle that I haven't owned, and has some technology in it that I like. And I think it's actually much more accommodating, especially for my wife, because it's just a get in, get out type of vehicle, slide in, slide out. So it's definitely the more practical vehicle. The Ford Expedition is such a big vehicle, nice vehicle, great vehicle, but it's a lot of vehicle. And it's more of an over-the-road vehicle than a get around the town, in my view. So I think at the end, if I did the Grand Cherokee L and it was for the wife, I think she'd be very pleasantly surprised. I think the Expedition, she's going to be more on the page, like, well, yeah, I can see me driving this to Tennessee and stuff, but I think she'd also be more like, yeah, but for the around town and what I usually do, I think she'd be more like, it's just too big. Which I won't disagree. And the irony of all this, as I spoke about yesterday, is how the Grand Wagoneer created this, do I or don't I scenario of something I really wasn't even fixated on. Why is that? And that's when I sometimes just scratch my head, is why? Why does this populate in my own environment? And yeah, the more you're exposed to car dealerships and everything else, I can understand it. You're going to see things, but I haven't been on the page of going and buying, per se, a vehicle, per se. I showed it to that Expedition. Yeah, I know, but I put a order in for that back last November. So that's a whole different, scenario. Maybe something plays out, maybe something doesn't. Just like the F-150 Lightning truck that I ordered. That was some of those things where deep down, I felt like, I don't think that deal will probably play out. And sincerely, am I heartbroken? No, I really wanted that extra tax incentive, but it's not a big deal. So just how I am. If it doesn't play out, whatever. And that's what I say on my channel a lot. There's a lot of things I do behind the scenes. A lot of times I just don't share them. If something comes from it, you don't even know I'm even crazier than crazy that I am. That's reality. This is interesting. Here, he used to have a Chevy truck, the white truck here in the front yard here. He usually parks it in the street. But part of me right now is starting to wonder, did they sell that house? That's like two different vehicles. As I cut through the town of Leesburg here and go up to the local Dulles Dodge dealership to see what's happening. And yesterday, guys that used to work up here at Dulles Dodge for many years, he's now down at that Oarsman Dodge out in Woodbridge, Virginia. And interesting enough, a lot of the former employees that worked at Lustine Dodge, they're still there with the new organization, Oarsman. So that's interesting. Because I'm telling you right now, that if there was a Lustine Dodge name on the top of that building when I pulled up, I would not have even gone in. There's like no way. Too risky. Come around the town, and oh my gosh, that guy's back. Wow. Huh. Yeah, interesting. All right, follow along. It's always interesting when I drive around and I evaluate cars and buy cars and test drive cars. So here's a dealer, a used car dealer. They've been here forever. That dealership's been there for, I would say, 40 years plus. And the dominant product that, I know the guy that owns that place, he's about my age, real nice guy, but the dominant product is the Jeep Wrangler. That is the most dominant product on this car lot all the time. Now that it's winter months, of course they've got the four-wheel drive vehicles, but that, you know, and you have to say to yourself, but why? Well, it's because that's what sells. It's obvious that the you know, the car market in this area is dominant Jeep. Dulles Dodge just bought out this building, or rented out this building. This is their used car side now. That's fairly new. Here's all their Jeeps. So if you look at the Chrysler Jeep, you know, inventory, it's healthy. You know, they're back. You know, for Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram, for the most part, you know, they've got respectable inventory. So now I'm going to go up here to where I've, you know, it's hard to believe that I started buying cars from these guys 10 years ago. And one of the first cars I bought, I believe, was a Dodge Challenger. So, where is the Cherokee? I just texted the main guy and said, oh, so there it is right there. So there it is. Here it is. This is it. A little different color interior. And since he's the owner of the dealership, basically, he should probably let me drive it. So let's go in. There's a Rubicon. I mean, the Jeep Rubicon, I can't emphasize enough. I do love the look of the Jeeps, but I'm not so excited about the way they drive. So that's the challenge. But is that the 392? I swear that's the 392. All right, let's go in here and see Bobby. That's the guy's name, Bobby. He's the owner's the son-in-law. And it's a good-looking Jeep. I've got a lot of Jeeps. I've got a lot of Ram products. So here's the Jeep Grand Cherokee. You know, that's not bad either. So, you know, the thing is, I'm kind of fixated on the Grand Cherokee L. But in all sincereness, you know, that maybe I need to reevaluate and just get the Grand Cherokee for the wife. That's a good-looking vehicle as well. So let's evaluate here. There it is. All right, so look at the Grand Cherokee. So it's, you know, I really haven't been fixating the Grand Cherokee, but I do like the looks. So, you know, for me, for the price point, this may be something more to evaluate. And this is the 4xe. So, yeah, but this is still pricey as all get out. Wow. Wow, I just have been out of the Grand Cherokee market now, but that's the E, which I don't want that. The wife would be like, nope. I guess you plug it in, which I just, you know, the wife just is anti-electric. Isn't that something on how we all operate? So this here is the L, which, you know, in all sincereness, probably don't really even need this much of a vehicle, but it's a good looking vehicle. You know, it just has good lines. So I don't know. Definitely do some evaluate. They got the Demon here, so they're selling the Demon. This is actually on consignment. They've got a Dodge Demon in here, a guy that is friends with the owner here. So he's got his Demon here. He's been sitting here now since last fall. Ooh, they got a Viper. That's dangerous. Yikes. Wow. That's dangerous. I don't need to see this. Why'd I come here? I shouldn't have come here. You know, I've always have wanted a Viper for like 30 years, and I never have been able to justify to buy one. So is this one 120 or 90?
Almost 120.
Oh, was I right?
Yeah.
I was damn right, wasn't I? But just a guess off the tip of my tongue. What year is it?
15.
Yeah, I came close to buying the green. Was that a 16 model? They used to have a green one. Yeah, I don't need this. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I should buy this. Come on, man. I mean, they don't make them anymore. How many miles are on it?
12,000, I think.
12,000. Wow, the guy actually drove it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yikes. Hey, Bobby knows I'm coming up here to look at his Grand L he's driving. The Cherokee, Cherokee L.
Oh, he knows?
Oh, yeah. I'm on the page of a Cherokee. 18,000. Wow. So we want 120 out of it? Mm-hmm. Nice, very nice car. Cool. Did you guys actually buy it, or are you trying to sell it for somebody? Because the Demon over there is on consignment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing on that, huh? Interesting. Let's go over and look at the Demon.
I think bogies upstairs are...
Say what? Hey, what's your inventory on the Grand Cherokees? You got a bunch? New ones. Where are they? So Bobby's let me drive his car. First thing you do, let's start her up. Let's hear the exhaust. Right? So yeah, but you know what's incredible? Here I'm expecting to hear kind of more of a vroom, and not much more different than that V6. But here's a real, I'm stumped. Does this vehicle have a tow package? And for a V8 setup, I'll be amazed. I don't think it does.
I think
You think it has one? So interior, I love the interior. I love this color. Wow, this is so elegant. So there's the original package that you've got, right? So that's a great thing to look at. All right, let's get this going here. Oh, so it sounds good now. In the car, and it does have the trailer. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So in the car, it does have a little bit more of a meaty throat to it. Wow. 2,700 miles. Yeah, I mean, this car's a beautiful car. Problem is, you guys are wanting a lot of money out of it. That's the challenge. So you got to get a tag, obviously.
he's already with the tag.
Okay. So I'm good to go. I just ride up the road. You know who I am. You know where to find me.
You know how it is.
All right, here we go. 2022. So here's a good thing to do too. Here is the original sticker of this vehicle. And that's what's so crazy. They're not wanting premium price for it, but let's just get this out if I can. Blocking my camera. Sorry about that. So here it is. Oh, it's a 2023 Grand Cherokee L Summit Reserve. And here's all your options. So priced out $77,000. So they're at $72,000 right now. So this is like a $12,000 spread from the other vehicle I'm looking at. But this only has 2,700 miles on it. I mean, this is definitely the nicer package here. So let's see where it goes. All the stuff. High altitude luxury group, tow, tech group. Let's see. The V8 engine. So anyways, yeah, I mean, just a beautiful car. And, you know, for the wife, in all sincereness, she would not care about the V8 engine. What's interesting, I didn't really notice this. This must have that alternate screen where somebody can sit here and they can look at it and do their own thing. So let's put this thing in drive. Okay, I kind of know the car. It's interesting, the gentleman that's driving this, he and I are about the same stature, even though he's taller than me, but I have long legs. All right, so now let's put on the windshield wipers and let's do our thing here. So far, just really, just really luxurious vehicle. And so that V8 motor, there's one thing for sure, the V8 motor really strong, powerful. And they got the automatic settings here, so if I change anything, I don't have to worry about that. Now, comfort. Does it have, what are the massaging seats are? I wonder if that goes to. All right, so does it have massaging seats? I have no idea. So let's go to heat. Okay. And let's go to steering wheel. All right. All right. But the question is, where is the massaging seats? Oh, so good. They have the buttons here besides on the screen. So you can actually go here and turn it down, which that's good. A lot of these cars these days, you have to go into the main screen to actually get the heated seats on, heated steering wheel. And so it's interesting, he doesn't have his car in the auto. So that's interesting. So which I'd say this all the time, people drive around these vehicles and they don't know the features, the hidden features I talked about in my conversations the other day. And we got apps, but once again, I'm not seeing the massaging seats. So that's really interesting that this vehicle doesn't have that. I would think it does. I swear that other vehicle I drove yesterday had the massaging seats. So where is that feature? So here are, so performance-wise, really strong. But at the same time, for anybody, for me as an individual, if you're towing, yes, I would be all on the page at this V8 motor. If you're not towing, I really would not be the person fixated on a V8 motor. I would be very content with the V6 motor. And here's all your controls, phone, your adaptive cruise, steering wheel departure, nice instrumentation, Macintosh. Apparently Jeep has gone to Macintosh. So yeah, so once again, we got controls over here. There, maybe that's it. No, I'm down here on the side here, and that's which is interesting because the Wagoneer does not give you the features for the seat. It's all up here. So once again, comfort. I'm not seeing in front of me here. I'm not seeing it. So I guess this does not have the massaging seat package, which that's kind of too bad. That's kind of interesting how they did his Easy Pass. So we're on the open road now and kind of give her a little bit more of the fun factor time. Really comfortable, really very well-built car. I mean, the Jeep, it's incredible how far Jeep has come. I mean, back in the 80s and 90s, I just was not on the page of owning a Jeep Cherokee, Grand Cherokee. So now, open road. The 5.7, it's good. It's not like radical, but we got a sport mode here. I'm not so sure. I don't know if I'll do that yet or not. Let's see here. Yeah, so the power, kind of interesting. Power's good. It's not the 6.4 motor type of feel. Definitely gets up the road. Very accommodating. Let's get our adaptive on. So get the adaptive on right now. There that is. Got all your up here features. The temperature isn't synced offhand. Wonder how you sync it. There it is. There's a little sync button right there. And yeah, noise wise, not, typical vehicle. I mean, I'm getting a lot of noise through the window here with this truck here right next to me. So, but overall, interior noise, respectable. And for the heat, to adjust the heat right here, up and down. But see, yeah, okay, so that did not turn off the auto. That's good to know. But that's the fan right there. So there's the heat. Okay, gotcha. All right. The heat is 70. All right. So yeah, so the V8 motor, for me, it's not a radical difference. I mean, it's very nice, for sure. But it's not like, for me, being the guy that owns the Hellcats, the GT500, you know, it isn't that radical of a difference to me. So once again, if I'm at towing capability, I think I would prefer the V8. But other than that, I really wouldn't shop in the Jeep Cherokee, Grand Cherokee. I really wouldn't be fixated on having to have the V8 motor. After driving this car right now, the V6 motor to me, every bit of just feels good, drives good, plenty of power. So yeah, so pricey car, but here's the thing, the Grand Cherokee in general, I think what I'm going to find out today is I'll say, okay, let's step it down, but they don't have any used non-Grand Cherokee L's. I think what I'm going to find out is this is probably about the same price as a Grand Cherokee V6 brand new Summit package. And this is the Summit package, so it's the highest end. It's the most accommodating, luxurious package. And I'm going up over the hill. My ears are kind of popping. But something I should do, I should get mode right here. And let's see what happens in the sport mode. Does this really change anything? And for me, it's once again, like I say, the V6 motor, if I didn't know it was in this car, I would honestly say I probably really, you know, I would really be very debatable. I mean, sincerely, I would be like, I don't know if this is really the, I would have a hard time if I had my earplugs on, of really coming to closure that this is a V8 over the V6. I mean, I really would. It's just not that radically different to me. So anybody, you know, no criticism to the V8 guys. I think the V8's nice, but it wouldn't make the difference in the end of me buying one of these. Only in condition if I was really going to use it for towing. If I'm really going to tow a lot, then yeah, I would definitely take the V8. Just as the V8 just got more grunt. All right, so the adventures, right? So the fun factor, the overwhelming factor. You know, I own so many vehicles, like the Wow, Kapow, you know, incredible. You know, this I gotta have it. You know, that isn't really per se overtaking me right now. Oh, there you go. So the V8 with its mode, neat, very neat. Higher RPMs. It's a very confident car, you know, very solid. So all the amenities, all the feel, very quality, you know, nothing cheap. Doesn't feel cheap. I'm gonna go back to the auto settings so it doesn't stay in gear. So auto, so very comfortable. And I'm just, again, I'm surprised. And it's probably what my daughter always says, man eyes, and because I don't see things, that's what she says. And you know, maybe there's the massaging seats that I just don't see. You know, here's the dilemma. That other car in Woodbridge, V6, I mean, now, of course, it's high mileage. It's a 2022. This is a 2023, so that's nice. The back seat, you know, very accommodating, very nice. And really like the color interior. I just like, some people I think don't like this, or you do like it. I don't think there's an in-between. And yeah, once again, this car here is just really comfortable and just really confident. I just drove by like a Cadillac Escalade. Oh, so let's do this here. In the mirrors, look at there. Isn't that neat? So there's the Cadillac Escalade. If I was a GM guy, I'd get a Cadillac Escalade, but I'm not. I'm just on a relationship with GM. I'm just not excited about GM. like I used to be. Even like I grew up GM. Isn't that interesting? I so grew up GM, General Motors. I had so many General Motors, and even Toyota. Like why don't I go look at the Toyota Sequoia? It's a little bigger vehicle. It's kind of competing with the Expedition, and Toyota's abusing the product. The dealers are wanting $20,000, $10,000 over, sticker, and be so lucky to get one. Not really produced. They don't produce a lot of Sequoias, so very challenging. And I'm not sold that that's really the better of the vehicles. The Toyota Tundra did not get a good review in my eyes. Toyota Tundra, I think, is a really good-looking vehicle. I'm really amazed at all the articles I read about the Toyota Tundra. It just isn't really overwhelming. It's just not getting overwhelming reviews of this is really the vehicle truck to buy. So for Toyota, I'm not there. Plus Toyota, I'm beyond believable. I have tried to buy a Toyota recently, and they don't want to buy my deal. I've been loyal to Toyota Financial for 40 years, and they just don't want to give me any money because they think I have too many cars. Yeah, I mean, I understand. I say it all the time. It sees me pull up, and they're like, yeah, that guy's a done deal there. It's like, no, I'm not, because, I just have too many toys. So, yes, right now, loving the car. Really nice. Definitely want to explore the Cherokee, Grand Cherokee, non-L. But I really think that the numbers aren't going to work. And these guys don't have a relationship with the right finance company to make the deal work. I tried to buy a nice Ram TRX from these guys, used, blue, last October, I think, maybe September. I can't remember the exact time. And really, I really liked the TRX truck. I really wanted the truck. I really did. And they just couldn't get anybody to buy the deal. So for me, I think at some point I'll have a Ram TRX truck. It just when the numbers make sense and the time's right. Yeah, do I trade my Raptor truck? Here's the thing. I've been driving that Raptor Ford Raptor truck. I love that truck. I'm really disappointed here in the fuel mileage. And, would I eventually give that up for the Ram TRX? It's possible, even though the Raptor is just so nice. I just really do like that product. But for the fuel mileage I'm getting out of that thing right now, sincerely, if it keeps on staying really low, I'll be like, this is no different running up and down the road the Ram TRX. Just be better off having that. You never know. All right, here we go. Automatic, lights you can see here. I'm sure this has the auto, high beam, auto, low beam would be my guess on this vehicle. I don't know, but I would think so. And once again, the biggest thing that's sticking in my brain right now is that the vehicle doesn't have massaging seats. So when I get back to the dealership, we'll talk to the sales guy and we'll do a little walk around, look around, and once again, nice vehicle. They want good money. In all reality, they're actually not really being too crazy because the market's changed. So they're not wanting the truck. This was an $80,000 vehicle. So they're at like 72. I just know, could I get them down to 70? I probably could. But it's still 10 grand spread from the other vehicle. And the challenge I have is right now the other company has bought that our deal. They're only willing to lend so much money on the deal. That's what's kind of slowing things down for me to make sense. This other deal, we're just not there. They got to give me some more on my 4Runner, and they got to trim some more on their car a little bit. And I think we're getting closer. But for the moment, I'm going to time out on that. I'm going to really evaluate what makes sense. Preferably for me, if this is my local hometown dealer, if they can get a deal done, I'd prefer to just stay with them. My local dealership that I've dealt with for years, and it's just so much easier. The whole transaction, service, everything. So let's pull in here and let's see if I can get my sales guy back out and see if we can get him to run out here and we'll run up the street here and we'll get another look at the vehicle. The salesman back. I have the salesman back in the car. Where's the massage seating?
It's right there on the top.
So not on here.
Yeah, you can do both.
Or is it on there?
It's right here, massage.
Oh, massage in the middle.
Yeah.
See, I said I'm man blind. Okay, good.
Then
Okay,
you
cool.
put-
Good, right.
On. You can do, depends which way you want to go. Press that. Yep.
Oh, wow.
And then you want to put low.
Yeah.
Extend it.
Right. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so now what we're gonna do is let's look at the back seat here. Back seat, got some shoes here, personal stuff there. Does this have the you kick it and it opens up underneath it? Yeah. You do the swipe with your foot. Okay. Now the cover for the trailer, you just pop off that cover and there's the trailer.
That's correct.
Right? All right, the back, good. A little storage area, full-size spare. Got your buttons. You can now change this where it just goes a certain angle, right?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Nice. See the angle. Yep, nice 5.7 motor. Yeah, so here's here's the story of my life. So they have no other Cherokee optioned out vehicles. So even on the new side, used side, they've got nothing. And so and then this is the Wagoneer with the 5.7 motor. You don't even get the 6.4 motor in the Wagoneer. You have to get the Grand Wagoneer. Here's the Wagoneer. Ooh, that's a pretty interior. That's nice. Oh, that's dangerous, but I don't know. I mean, see, that there is just so much more practical. So yeah, so they don't have anything. It's back the old story of they don't have anything. Wow. Yeah. All right, you get that? Cool. All right, good. Yep. All right, we're heading out of here of the Leesburg Dodge. No Grand Cherokee L. Still got a Toyota 4Runner. It's the never-ending challenge of who likes Iceman and who doesn't. So the real debate is, what do I do? Well, it's already, the day passes way too quickly, gets way into too much information, and anyways, so for the moment, it's a timeout. I'd say the odds are here that this won't play out. So I still have the deal down there in the other vehicle, which is lesser money. And the debate is, do I go for that? And I don't know. Debatable. So rainy, kind of cold, and timeout time. But hope you enjoyed the video of me test driving the V8. Nice. It's a really nice car. And I really do like that vehicle. It's a little pricey, a little salty, but it is nice. But at the same time, I think the other vehicle would, my wife, there's no doubt in my mind, she would be very content, very happy with the V6 option. And she's not going to tow with that. And for me, it's more about the wife than me. So for me to really have to go down the path again. Package right there, not really, that's not really, it wouldn't really get used for that. At the end of the day, the other car is really the better choice because it's less money, less debt, and the deal's already been approved, and we're getting closer to what I think could transpire in the deal. So stay tuned for, do I really even move forward in this? Even part of me is like, is it really worth it? I don't know. So follow along. Follow along. I can't stand it. Why'd I even say that? Yeah, continue to watch for another video, I guess. I don't know. Thanks for watching Ice Age TV. Uh-oh. Yikes. I just got a phone call. How do I do it to myself? Wow. Stay tuned.